Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create some fun berries here. And a great way, you can decorate them on all sorts of things. You might think I've got here a holder that I've painted with a light lime green first, and I've let that dry. I've come down on my palette and I'm using a round brush. I've got some hooker's green, I've got a little bit of cad yellow pale. I've sprayed over the palette to keep it nice and wet as I'm working with the pigment, and I can very lightly just start to pull this back a little bit and make my first little leaves that are going in here. It's really easy to paint. I'm going to pick up a little bit more pigment, and so the berry leaves can be done using the round brush. As I pull that through in a variety of color, makes them look so much nicer. And as you're working here, you could also think about painting some greeting cards to go with this on the watercolor paper. And I want to come right on here, or you could put these on terracotta pots, and all you have to do with the terracotta pots is simply start painting on them. Makes a nice accent for a summer party, and a gift to give for a person who's got all reds in their kitchen. Sometimes it's hard to find a perfect gift for somebody. So these are the leaves that are going on first, and I just very easily, one petal cut after another that connects together to form those. Then I give that a rinse, and there's a brush called the liner, and I'm going to pick it up, and I want my pigment to be easy to pick up, so I spray it often. Keep a spray bottle handy, and I spray very often over the top of my paint, and you'll find that it keeps it nice and wet, and you can work all day long with these acrylics as long as you spray frequently. Then I come right on here and make these little tendrils that come through, so it's going to make it so it looks like it just easily comes in and can decorate that. And you know, you could just leave the leaves on here and it'd be pretty. So I want to come on through, but I want to show you how to, in a minute here, get just a few little berries on. So when I go to put the berries on, I'm going to switch brushes again to make it so that it goes on a little bit faster, taking a little bit of my magenta to begin with, and I'm just making these look like they're beginning to have raspberries that are starting to get ripe. Such a good thing. Or berries that are growing on your vine. Maybe as you're working you can get some blackberries that are still just growing, and you could do these in blues instead. So I pull this on around gently, coming on through, and as I put those on, it's so fun to paint that it adds just a perfect amount of color. I want to do groups of 3, then 2, maybe come over here with another 3, so I've got some uneven numbers. And as I tap those on, then I'm going to come back in with just a little bit of orange, tapping these just very much for a little, just a little splash of color. And as quick and easy as that, you can decorate a box or a painting using the berries. And thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll join me on public television.